Welcome to the regular council meeting of Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 at 4:40 p.m. We acknowledge that the town of Kirkland Lake is located on the traditional and unceded territory of Indigenous peoples. We recognize the presence of Indigenous people in our community since time immemorial and honor their stewardship and care of these lands. We hereby affirm our continued commitment and responsibility to reconciliation. Meeting will call to order and we'll have a moment of silence. Approval of the agenda.
Yeah, for a second there.
Moved by Ladd Shaba, seconded by Casey Moore.
Be it resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council held on Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 be approved as circulated.
All in favor? Motion carried. Declaration of pecuniary interest. None noted. Petitions and delegations. None noted. Acceptance of minutes and recommendations. 5.1 council minutes, August the 5th, 2025. Okay.
Second here.
And we have a mover. Casey, seconded by Dolly.
Fine.
All in favor?
Hold on, I gotta read the rest.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Be it resolved.
Still anxious.
That's okay. Be it resolved that council approve the minutes of the following meeting, minutes of the regular meeting of council held August 5th, 2025.
All in favor? Motion carried. Item 6.1. 2025 proposed alternative capital works projects. Alan Smith, CAO.
Second there.
Moved by Casey, seconded by Ladd.
Be it resolved that report number 2025 PW 17 entitled 2025 Proposed Alternative Capital Works Projects be received. And that council authorize the issuing of a request for tender, RFT, for the proposed asphalt resurfacing work in Kirkland Lake and Swastika as presented. And finally, that the results of the tendering process be presented to council for review and approval prior to awarding the contract for proposed asphalt resurfacing.
Any comments from council? None noted. All in favor? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alan.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Mayor, acting mayor, to the rest of council. Following the postponement of the water relining project, administration is proposing alternate capital works initiatives for 2025, focusing on asphalt resurfacing of 10 road segments in Kirkland Lake and Swastika. These locations were chosen based on pavement condition, traffic volume, and strategic importance, with some aligning with the 10-year road reconstruction plan. Due to seasonal constraints and the impracticality of complex projects requiring detailed design, the streamlined asphalt resurfacing program allows for immediate mobilization and completion before winter, optimizing resources and maintaining momentum in the capital work schedule. The total cost of the proposed work is expected to fall within the range of $800,000 to $1 million. This investment represents a strategic use of capital funds, allowing the town to address pressing infrastructure issues. Although the deferred water main relining project was originally valued at approximately $3.77 million, most of the funding will be preserved for next year. The request for tender then would be issued for a 2-week period. Welcome any questions. And I also have Steve Ranta is here to answer any technical questions regarding the road work. Thank you.
Any questions, council? Councilor Casey Owens?
Thank you through you, acting chair. I'm disappointed we can't do the water realignment, but this is definitely a step in the right directions. It's a good thing for the community. It's an ambitious plan. Do we have time to do this before the snowfall? If you're issuing your tender for 2 weeks, do we get this back next meeting, or does it come back at the end of September and then get passed in October?
Through you, acting mayor, to the councillor, it would come back on September the 17th. I'd have to consult the clerk. We probably have to lift procedure on that meeting, so we can award the contract and pass a file on the same night. The director of Public Works is aware of this timing, and he has stated that according to those parties that would bid on this project, that timing would work and get it finished prior to the winter setting in. Thank you.
Mr. Shabel.
Yeah, thank you, acting chair. My question is to the CEO as well, just trying to follow up on his question. To the best of my knowledge, we only have one party that probably bid on this job. So when you said parties that will be bidding on that, I think that this is doable. So I don't want you to tell me who the parties are, but how many parties are we anticipating that will be bidding on this, because it's getting late in the season. So I'm somewhat not sure that this will be doable, but I hope it will be. But how many parties? 2, 3, 4, you don't have to tell us the names because this is not out there. But I'm very much skeptical that this might be all this, because with a lot of roads here, you have about 10, got 10. I don't, different areas, a few meters here and there and there. They have to be all over the place. So I just want to be assured that this will be doable. So we don't run into a late fall and snow and sleet and all that. So my question is, how many parties do we know?
Mhm.
So how many parties do we anticipate will bid on this?
Through you, acting mayor, to the councillor. So far, we know of one that will definitely be applying through the tender. There might be one more, but we have assurances from one party right now that they will be submitting a tender.
Councillor Owen.
I have a follow-up through you, acting chair. Okay, the timeline scares me. I regardless of how many people bid for this, is there anything as a council we can do to? 2 weeks is a big lapse of
Yeah.
time in September. Is there any way, and so I checked. If it goes out tomorrow, it's out for 2 weeks, September 3rd or 4th is when it closes. Is there a way to have, not that I want to do this, but can we add a special meeting with the intent of just passing this to get it done quicker, like to give?
Yeah.
At least if we pass it on our end, if the contractor, then it's in the contractor's hands and then we're at the mercy of the contractor. Is there something council could do just to move this thing faster?
Through you, acting mayor, to councillor. Yes, we could call a special meeting and have this dealt with on the one topic. Yes, we could, much sooner than September 17th. We could do that. I would defer to the clerk for procedure in this, but I believe that'd be possible.
Through acting mayor, yes, it's entirely possible with the lifting of procedure as well as the will council.
So what would be the soonest, like, that we can schedule, like a few days after the closing? The day of the closing?
Well, I'll refer to the CAO since they'll know, the evolution of the evaluation process for the RFP.
Through Mr. Mayor, acting mayor to the councillor. Once we receive the opening of the tender, then of course we have to put the contract together and so forth. And if there's more than one bid, we have to evaluate. But I'm pretty sure we do a very quick turnaround on this. So I can't really put a specific date right now, but it would be a quick turnaround after we receive the tender or tenders. So we could do it much quicker than September 16th, that's for sure. Yeah. So we could call that a special meeting.
I can't see who the has.
It's Councillor Owen.
Oh, it is Rick. Okay, go ahead, Rick.
Yes, so you acting mayor, I too am concerned about the tight timeline. But the way I look at it, this is a good reallocation of money we've already collected or are in the process of collecting from the taxpayers. Even if we get part of the job done in the fall, that's more streets with good surface than if we sit here and worry about whether we're going to get the whole thing done. I would also be in favor of holding a special meeting so we could proceed quicker. So I think this is a good use of taxpayers' money. I also think that we hope that they all get done and the contract's still awarded. They're going to have to come back, but they don't get done now. They're going to have to do it in the spring. I assume that's the way the contract would be written. But yeah, I think this is a great way to go, and a special meeting to give the contractor, whoever it is, a little bit more time. That'd be wonderful. So.
Councillor Dolly.
Through you, acting mayor, my question would be, we can do this quick, but how do we know when the contractor can do it? Like, we can do it quick and they may not be able to do it till later, so how do we, is there a way we can have that in the contract, that they have to start by a certain date, or?
Through you, acting mayor to the councillor. Good question. We were assured that they could fit it into their schedule. Now, would that work be undertaken immediately after the contract is signed, or would it be another week? I can't give you that answer right now, but what I can do is we can discuss that with the successful proponent and get a firm timeline that we want this done sooner than later. So I can address that more fully when we have discussions with that proponent.
Yeah, to acting chair, to the CEO. I don't really want to set my expectation very high, but if we can get 4 out of 10, then this year I'll be very content. Instead of trying to go for the whole thing, and I know things can happen. Do we, in some municipalities, they do have what we call deviation or penalty for not following the construction schedule. So I'm sure that the tender that will come in, the bid that will come in will have construction schedule, from A to Z. So would there be any penalty? Is that something that's in part of your bid, or you're not aware of that?
Through you, acting mayor to the councillor, I would have to check with procurement on that and the specifics of the contract. I do not have the information in front of me right now. Apologies.
Thank you.
I have one question, Alan. Due to the low number of responses on the bids, is there any particular reason why that's the case? Is that this work isn't that technical, is it?
Yeah, I'm to the acting mayor. There's just lack of companies in the area that will do this work regardless. You know, that's the situation. You know, there's like one or two companies that, you know, usually apply to these, and sometimes it's just one. So we're very limited, and it's just the nature of the availability of contractors.
Okay, thank you. Any further questions? We vote. All in favor?
I just, can I just ask one question
Go
before
ahead.
the vote is called? Just a point of order, there is a will that will try to expedite this process. Would that be part of this motion, or that's something that the management will take care of from our end, Is it something that's part of this motion, or is it something that's separate to expedite our part of the process? It's not part of the motion as it's written.
I don't think so.
Through you, Mr. Acting Mayor, at the call of the mayor, a special meeting of council can be called.
Okay, thank you.
Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? None noted, motion carried. Item 6.2, community improvement plan application on 44 Water Lane Avenue. For the curling club. Dan Lover. Can we have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Dolly, seconded by Ladd. Oh, sorry.
Be it resolved that report number 2025 DEV 26 entitled Community Improvement Plan Application 44 Water Lane KL Curling Club be received. And finally, the council received the Kirkland Lake Economic Development Advisory Committee's recommendation dated May 29th, 2025, surrounding the community improvement plan funding request made by the Kirkland Lake Curling Club, being that council approved $5,000 in funding to be drawn from the community improvement plan reserve, being 50% of eligible costs for building conversion and expansion. And that council approved $5,000 in funding to be drawn from the community improvement plan reserve, being 50% of eligible costs for building renovation and improvement.
Dan,
Good evening, through you, Acting Mayor, to the rest of council. I bring before tonight a recommendation from the Kirkland Lake Economic Development Advisory Committee from the KL Curling Club. So as the clerk had mentioned, the application recommendation is that council's decision of $5,000 for the building conversion and expansion, and $5,000 from the building renovation and improvement. As most of you are probably aware, our curling club and rink is a very aged building, and it is a vital space in Kirkland Lake for leisure and for different bonspiels throughout the season, along with rental space and revenue for the curling rink. Without these necessary projects being taken on that have been mandated through the TSSA for their ice surface, we do stand to, you know, potentially in years to come, lose our curling rink here in Kirkland Lake. So through the CIP program that Kirkland Lake is very proud to have, this offers the curling club an opportunity to apply to offset some of these costs that are borne by them. So tonight, the report that I have before you lays out just some of the projects that need to be undertaken. Should council approve the request of $10,000 for the Kirkland Lake Curling Club to be drawn from the CIP reserve, would leave a balance for this year of $38,500. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
no questions from councilors? Oh, Dolly?
Through acting mayor, just a comment. This is one of the valuable things for the community, and I think it's really worthwhile for us to support it.
Thank you. Okay. All vote. All in favor? Opposed? None, no, motion carried. Item 6.3, Community Improvement Plan Application 20 Government Road West. Don Luntman, Labrador, Director of Development and Enterprise.
Thank you very much.
Come on down.
Oh,
Second.
yeah,
Can we have a mover? Casey
And the mayor.
and the mayor. Thank you.
Be it resolved that report number 2025 DEV 27 entitled Community Improvement Plan Application 20 Government Road West. Here, Right Canada be received, and finally that council receives the Kirkland Lake Economic Development Advisory Committee's recommendation dated May 29, 2025 surrounding the community improvement plan funding request made by 811926 Ontario Limited, operating as Here Right Canada. That council approved $5,000 in funding to be drawn from the community improvement plan reserve, being 50% of eligible cost for building renovation and improvement, and that council approved $4,098.51 in funding to be drawn from the community improvement plan reserve, being 50% of eligible costs for building facade improvements.
good evening. Thank you, acting mayor, to the rest of council. I bring forth another CIP application tonight. I think before I begin on this one, I'll just say that this is probably the most CIP applications that the town has seen in quite some time. It's nice to see in this case here a new business opening in Kirkland Lake, taking advantage of such a great program that you provide to the community. So before you, in the report, I have the Here Right Canada, $5,000 being drawn for building renovation and improvement, and $4,098.51 under the building facade improvements portion. As I had another report previous to this one, under the financial considerations, with approving this tonight would leave $29,401.49. Factoring in the approval that you just had made, left in the budgeted amount for the year. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Councillor Jenkins.
To you, acting mayor, the director, I'm looking ahead to the next one, and they still have the same Ontario Limited company numbers. Are they the same, or is that a typo?
No, through you, acting mayor, to Councillor Dykens. It is a tenanted space. So the owner of the building owns the building. They have to apply as themselves. So Here Right Canada is applying. The numbered company is who operates the building portion.
Okay.
Any other comments?
Councilor.
Councillor Owens. Owen. Frank, go ahead.
Thank, through you, acting mayor, to the director. I am concerned about 6.3 and 6.4. To me, this appears to be double dipping. We're only talking one heat pump, if I read the thing correctly. It's in the same building. Now, I'm all in favor of helping business and promoting business, but are we setting a precedent? So next time we have maybe 5 tenants applying for one heat pump payment? Like, I might be reading, I might not be understanding the CIP program properly, but bells and whistles are going off for me. So if you could make me feel better, I'd be very happy.
Through you, acting mayor, to Councillor Owen. This is not uncommon that you have multiple tenants in the exact same building. So this is 2 separate businesses that invested money into their spaces. It's not, there's more than one heat pump, there's more than one, like there can be multiple of different projects, but in this case here, you have 2 businesses in one building, shared occupancy. They can and do operate separate businesses. They just happen to be in the same building.
Councilor Owen?
Follow up on that. I'm feeling a little bit better. I think I'll be able to sleep tonight and I'll be able to support this. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor. Sorry?
Yeah, through you, acting chair to the director. I probably asked this question last year or so when this came up. So all this, at the end of all this, renovation, that this money is intended, for, so do you get an account of all of that? Do you got a statement of account indicating that the money, you know, has been spent, as intended? Or, I mean, how does that work out here?
Yeah, through you, acting mayor, to Councillor Shava. The way it works, the CIP program is a program through the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing has legislated rules and regulations on how it is formed. Once a project is completed, a sign off of all necessary documents supporting the application are collected and are audited prior to closing off the file for payment.
Thank you. Any further questions?
The mayor. The mayor.
Mayor Stacy White?
Thank you, Acting Mayor. Not so much a question as a comment. These kind of applications are exactly why we approved the CIP last term. We want to see new businesses come, old businesses renovate their spaces. And this is exactly why the CIP was brought to Kirkland Lake. And I just commend staff on how effectively they've been marketing this. And that is definitely why we're seeing an uptick, because staff are doing their jobs by marketing and promoting the help that we can give our local businesses. So congratulations to the team, and of course to the new businesses opening in Kirkland Lake.
Any further comments? All in favor? Motion carried.
I didn't see.
Okay. Motion carried. Item 6.4, improvement loan application, 20 Government Road West, Robaza Chiropractic Clinic. Dan Labrador,
In a second here.
moved by Vlad Shaba. Seconded by Dolly Diapers.
Be it resolved that report number 2825 DEV 28 entitled Community Improvement Plan Application 20 Government Road West for Baza Chiropractic be received. And finally, the council received the Kirkland Lake Economic Development Advisory Committee's recommendation dated May 29, 2025, surrounding the Community Improvement Plan funding request made by 811926 Ontario Limited, operating as the Baza Chiropractic. The council approved $5,000 in funding to be drawn from the Community Improvement Plan reserved for eligible costs of building renovation and improvement.
Good evening, through you, acting mayor, to the rest of council. My last one this evening is the final CIP for Robaza Chiropractic. $5,000 for a building renovation and improvement grant through the CIP. Should this be approved with the other two this evening, would leave us with $24,401.49 left in the fund for this year. Should you have any questions, I would be happy to answer them.
I'd just like to comment, that building was empty for 2 or 3 years. So it's nice to see some new applicants, tenants come in to town. I think they moved back to town, if I understand correctly. So I too, as Mayor Stacy White said, congratulations to these 2 new businesses coming to our community. Vote, all in favor? Opposed? None noted, motion carried. Item number 7, considerations of notices of motion. None noted. Introduction and reading and consideration of bylaws.
Sorry, I do. Nope, sorry, go ahead.
Oh. She was gonna bring those, she was proposed to them, so we're good. We can move forward.
You're okay with that, Stacy? Okay, thank you. Item number 8, introduction, reading and consideration of bylaws.
Here, great, cool one.
We have a mover and a seconder. Moved by Rick Owen, seconded by Mayor Stacy White.
Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read, numbered, passed, signed by the mayor and municipal clerk, and the seal of the corporation be affixed thereto. Bylaw number 2552 being a bylaw authorizing the execution of an agreement with Optimum SBR Inc. for consultancy services to conduct an operational review of Tech Pioneer residents as identified in 6/20/25 RFP.
Any further comments? From council? All in favor? Opposed, none noted, motion carried. Item number 8.2, bylaw 25053. Bylaw amending the addition to stop signs on Allen and Second Street. Moved by. Is that Rick Owen?
Yeah.
Moved by Rick Owen. Seconded by Vlad Chapel.
Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read, numbered, passed, signed by the mayor and municipal clerk, and the seal of the corporation be affixed thereto. Bylaw number 2553 being a bylaw amending bylaw 15017 for regulation of standing and stopping on highways or parts of highways under the jurisdiction of the corporation of the town of Kirkland Lake.
Any further comments? Noted, all in favor? Opposed, none noted, motion carried. Bylaw number 25054. A bylaw to regulate waste management. Moved by Casey Owens. Seconded by Dolly Dykens.
I have to put it on here. Are you fine with that, Counselor? Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read, numbered, passed, signed by the mayor and municipal clerk, and the seal of the corporation be affixed thereto. Bylaw number 2554 being a bylaw to regulate waste management in the town of Kirkland Lake.
Any further comments? None noted. All in favor? Opposed? None noted, motion carried. Bylaw number 25055. Executing waste management agreement. With Environmental 360 Limited. Moved by AC Owens. Seconded by Rick Owen.
Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read, numbered, passed, signed by the mayor and municipal clerk, and the seal of the corporation be affixed thereto. Bylaw number 2555 being a bylaw authorizing the execution of an agreement with Environmental 360 Solutions Limited for waste collection and landfill operation services as identified in 6/16/25 RFP.
Any further comments? None noted. All in favor? Opposed? None noted. Bylaw moved. Questions from council to staff? None noted. Notices of motion. Stacy White.
Yep.
Mayor Stacy White.
Yeah, through you, acting mayor. This will serve as notice that as of August 12th, I did forward notice to clerk and CAO that I would be bringing a notice of motion at this meeting for aerial spraying of herbicides. Thank you.
Any other notices of motion? None noted. Councilors' reports. Councillor Owens? Go ahead, Rick.
Through you, acting mayor, currently Mayor Stacy, myself and CAO Alan Smith are in Ottawa at the AMO convention. We will have complete reports when we come back, but it's been a very good time in terms of networking and meeting people in the hallways and finding out that other communities in the north have similar challenges and similar successes as to what Kirkland Lake is having. So we look forward, or at least I look forward, and I assume the mayor and Alan look forward to coming back and giving you a full report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Owens. Any other, Stacy White?
Thank you, through you, acting mayor. I just did want to take a moment to acknowledge the great loss that the community of Moonbeam is currently experiencing. For those that are not aware, there was a horrific crash involving 4 young members of their community. And Kirkland Lake is well versed on how it feels to lose our own youth. And so I just wanted to ensure that community members of Moonbeam and relatives in our community know that we are thinking about those families and everyone that has been affected by that horrible crash. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what happened.
That's the update on the ball game.
No, I don't know where.
Additional information?
Oh, you move for a second or for the.
Oh, sorry, can we have a mover, Casey? And Gladys, second.
Okay, be it resolved that the verbal updates from members of council be received.
All in favor? Opposed? None noted, motion carried. Item 12, additional information. None noted.
Oh, there's a proclamation.
Oh, sorry. Item 12.1. International Overdose Awareness Day, August 31st, 2025. Whereas the Corporation of the Town of Kirk Lake acknowledges the harm and hardship caused by drug poisoning overdose. Drug addiction is a chronic disease characterized by compulsive or difficult to control drug use despite harmful consequences. And whereas recognizing Overdose Awareness Day sends a strong message to the former or current substance abusers, namely that they are valued and that overdose death is preventable. And whereas the town recognizes the purpose of the International Overdose Awareness Day is to raise awareness of drug overdoses, reduce the stigma of drug-related death, and to acknowledge the grief felt by families and friends remembering those who have died or had a permanent injury as a result of drug overdoses. And whereas every drug overdose that results in death, there are more non-fatal overdoses, each taking an emotional and economic toll on individuals, their families, and the community. And whereas everyone has a responsibility in reducing the toll of drug poisoning in the Timiskaming district, which has claimed the lives of more than 9 residents last year, together with countless more affected forever. And whereas the town urges all citizens district-wide to learn about this disease, to help and support those who are affected by it. And whereas the people affected by the overdose are family members, neighbors, community members, and local citizens deserving our love, compassion, and support. Now, therefore, I, Patrick Kiley, acting mayor of the town of Kirk Lake, proclaim August 31st, 2025 as International Overdose Awareness Day in the town of Kirk Lake. We have a mover. Vlad Shaba. Seconder. Stacy, or Stacy, wait, sorry.
Be it resolved that council sanction the proclamation for International Overdose Awareness Day, August 31st, 2025, in the town of Kirkland Lake.
All in favor? Opposed? None noted, motion carried. Item 13, closed session, there's no closed session tonight. Or matters from closed sessions. Confirmation by law. Moved by Casey Long. Seconded by Vlad Shaba.
Be it resolved that the following bylaw be read, numbered, passed, signed by the mayor and municipal clerk, and the seal of the corporation be affixed thereto. Bylaw number 2556, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council at its meeting held Tuesday, August 19th, 2025.
All in favor? Motion carried. Moving to adjourn.
Yep.
Dolly, do you, sir?